Yes. So I'm like, oh, this prank must be lit. Like, let's go. I'm about to get him. And you know, I got a crowd behind me, so I gotta do what it do. So I'm doing what it do, and I'm like, I gotta act. You know, I gotta get my acting skills on. Let's get it. Like, I'm really built like this. Like, I'm really out here with it. Like, out here. Can't wait to this video. Okay. What's up, Mafia? Okay. I'm back with another video, but this time it's a different video. This is the first time I've did a video like this. And today I'm doing a story time. I don't know if it's called a mukbang because I'm eating, but like it ain't really a mukbang because I'm just eating chips and guac. But so I'm doing a story time because y'all are mad at me. Y'all keep asking me, when am I gonna prank my mom again? Like, y'all want to see me prank people because like people around me get funny reactions. But as y'all know, well, some of y'all know, I'm in Fresno. I go to school in Fresno. My parents are still in LA, which means that I am in Fresno by myself. And yes, there is still a lot of pranks that I can do on my parents, like calling them, or lyric pranks, or texting them. But I cannot do any pranks like that. You guys see me do the lyric prank, yes, on my mom, but she was in the same house as me. But yeah, I can't do any pranks like that on my mom, and here is why. So where do I start off at? Because this, nobody really knows about this, like what happened, but I don't know where to start off at. Let's just start off with some guacamole. Some of the okay, that was real fat of me, but I'm a sophomore now, so not last year, but the year before last year. Yeah, I think 2 years ago or something like that. When I was a senior in high school, we had a senior bonfire, and everybody was there. All the seniors were there. It was a bonfire, so no parents were there, and it was just me. Of course, my friends that were seniors, they were there. Let me turn my phone off. My friends are stupid. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so no parents were there. Obviously, it's a bonfire, and we're grown because we're seniors, so we're grown as hell. Like, why are we gonna have our parents at a bonfire and we're grown as hell? I'm sorry, Mom. I'm grown though. I'm grown. You just know I'm grown because look where I live, in my own apartment. I'm grown, eating guacamole and chips like an expensive girl meal, because avocados is not cheap. And look at me just sitting over here eating it like it's nothing. Like, I'm grown. Anyways, so I was at this bonfire, and so I went with my boyfriend, and it was just me and him. And well, that's who rode in the car with me, but my friends like drove their own car, like, obviously. Okay, so we met there, we at the bonfire, and it was lit or whatever. We had s'mores and all of that, but it was cold as hell. And if y'all know me, y'all know that I'm anemic and I don't like to be cold. So I go to sit in my car, and so my friend parked next to me too. So he's sitting in the car next to me, and he's sitting in the car next to me. He got a big truck though, so he can't really see us, but he's sitting in the car next to me. And then me and my boyfriend just sit in the car. And so when I get bored, y'all, I just start doing stuff. And I really don't know. I don't remember how it started. Like, if his sister called or something. I don't know. But basically, what happened was I dared him to call his sister and tell his sister, what did I dare him to tell his sister? Oh, I dared him. No, it was his friends. I dared him to tell his friends that he got in a fight at the beach and he was about to get jumped. Well, he was about to get in a fight, and he didn't know nobody up there. And so the people at my bonfire, because his friends knew where he was, so to tell his friends that the people at the bonfire was about to jump him, to see how real his friends was. So he called his friends, blah blah blah. His friends believed him a little bit, but they didn't really believe him. They like, bro, why you lying? Like, where Remy at? I'm like, I'm a girl. Like, even if he about to get jumped, what am I gonna do? But they believed him, but they didn't really believe him. So we ended up telling them we were just playing. So then that ended. He got off the phone with his friends. So then I told him, call your sister and tell her the same thing. And so he called his sister, not his oldest sister. He has two older sisters, but we called the second oldest sister, and I told him to tell her the same thing. And so he told her, she like, what the, like, where y'all at? We about to come up there right now, where y'all at? Of course, like a big sister would. So she like, where y'all at? We finna come up there right now. And so we just like cut it off, like, no, I'm just playing. Nobody finna jump her. We sit in the car. And she was like, you stupid, like you play too much, you know, like regular stuff. So then after I done made him call his friends, call his sister, all of that, he decides to tell me like, oh, well, call your brothers and do the same thing. But I'm like, they're not gonna believe that. Like, my brother's not gonna believe that. Like, I never got in a fight in my life. Like, at that time, I never got in a fight in my life. And they weren't gonna believe it. So basically what I did was, if y'all know me, I have two older brothers. I have Reginald, who is the oldest, and then Renard, who's the second oldest, and I'm the youngest. Like, alright. So I decided to call Reginald, who's my oldest brother, and he's in Michigan. So I decided to call him, and I'm like, Reginald, like, I came to this senior beach bonfire, but it's over and everybody left. Me and Brandon, that's my boyfriend's name, me and Brandon got into a argument, and he called an Uber and he left the bonfire. And he was like, so he just left you there? And I'm like, yeah, and all my friends is gone, and my car is, I had to lie. Okay, y'all, if you know me, I'm a good liar. So I come up with stuff on the fly. Like, if he throwing stuff at me, so of course it didn't sound real, because he like, okay, well, you have your car, why not just drive off? So I'm like, my battery or something, like, I don't know, my car is not starting. And he like, did you call daddy? And I'm like, daddy is gonna be asking like where Brandon at, and I don't really want to tell him that, so I just called AAA, and I'm waiting on AAA right now. So my brother believed that, of course. And so he like, he's like, oh, like, how far did AAA say it was? And I'm like, I don't know. So I'm pranking my brother's, I'm pranking my brother. He's sitting right next to me, but I'm telling my brother, and then my brother started getting mad, like, what the, like, he really left you? Like, that's some lame, why would he leave you at the beach by yourself? And it's like, what, 12 o'clock? And he just left you there by yourself, and he know your car? I'm like, yeah, and he knew my car wasn't starting. He just still left me, and he not answering the phone or nothing no more. And it's this, and then I start saying, it's this man in the car next to me, and he keep looking at me. Y'all, it's not funny. It's not funny. It's not funny. At this moment, it was hella funny to me. So I was crying, but then after I thought about it, I'm like, damn, like, that wasn't funny. Like, on the other end, if you think about it, it wasn't funny, but it was funny though. So he getting mad, like, he left you, bro. I'm finna come to LA right. He all the way in Michigan, and he like, I'm finna come to LA right now. Like, that's thug. Like, bro, that's thug. Why would he leave you? Like, bro, you better not get back with him. Like, he left you, and he knew your car was there. He late. I said, yeah, and it's this man like right next to me, and I lock my doors, but he just keeps staring at me, and I'm waiting on AAA to get here. Like, I just want to go home. Like, it's late. So he like, all right, calm down. He like, why don't you call daddy? You need to call daddy so you're not out there by yourself. And I'm like, bro, I'm not calling daddy, like, because then he gonna be like, you did this and I told you this, and you shouldn't even been, like, you should have been left. If everybody was leaving, you should have been gone, or you should have called me when your car broke down. I would have been there. So I'm like, I don't want to call daddy. But anyway, so that prank, when I called my brother, it didn't even get that far. So he told me now it's not just me and Brandon going back and forth. Now Reginald, my oldest brother, is like, bruh, well, when I told him it was a joke, like, I'm like, oh my god, he coming. And he like, Ramia. But I didn't hang up the phone. I'm like, no, I'm just playing, it's a joke. So he like, bro, you got me, like, you play too much. So he told me to do the same joke on my second oldest brother, Renard. So I called Renard, and so now I'm like, hey, I got an audience. So Reginald was on the phone, but he told me to call Renard on three-way so that he could hear it too. Then my boyfriend is in the car with me too, and so I'm like, we just got you. Now he want me to get somebody else. This prank must be lit. Like, they all hyping me up like, oh, get him now, get him now. So I'm like, oh, this prank must be lit. Like, let's go, I'm about to get him. And you know, I got a crowd behind me, so I gotta do what it do. So I'm doing what it do, and I'm like, I gotta act, you know, I gotta get my acting skills on. Let's get it. Like, I'm really built like this. Like, I'm really out here with it. Like, out here at the beach by myself, I'm really out here, and I really got into character, and I tapped into character. Okay, probably a little too much, but I tapped into character. So I call Renard, and I say the same exact thing, but at the end I'm like, yeah, Renard do the same thing. Renard is upset, like, why would he leave you? That's some lame. Why would he leave you? You out there by yourself, and he know your car ain't starting. That's some lame. Blah, blah, blah. If he wanted to separate from you, he could have called both of y'all Uber, or you should just call yourself. Like, that's lame though. That's lame though. So I'm like, yeah, I know. And it's this man in the car next to me. Same story. It's this man in the car next to me. He keeps staring at me, and I lock my doors, but like, he just for real, like, looking at me, and I'm here by myself. And so he's there with his girlfriend, and she's like, Renard, call your mom, call your dad, call your mom and your dad. Renard, why are you still on? Call your mom and your dad. She's there by herself, and she's saying it's a man looking at her. Call your mom and your dad. Call your mom and your dad. And so I'm hearing this. I'm hearing her. Well, I kind of heard her in the background, and my boyfriend is like, you hear her in the background? So at first he's not really thinking nothing, because I'm like, my brother not gonna hang up in my face, right? And I'm like, he's not gonna hang up in my face. I'm sitting right here. So I keep it going, and she's scared in the background. So like, kudos to her. Like, she care about me. Like, she didn't want me to get hurt. She out there like, call my parents. And despite what I'm saying, because I'm telling him the same thing, don't call my parents, I don't want them to know. She like, called them, scratch that, call them. There's people out there looking at her. Something can happen to her. This ain't gonna be no good situation. Call. So I'm like, damn, like, damn. And so I'm like, let's get it. Like, I'm really with this now. Like, this is a good prank. Everybody on the phone laughing. Reginald had to mute his phone because he was laughing. My boyfriend sitting next to me laughing. I'm like, let's go. So I'm on the phone, and I'm like, oh my god, he's coming. And I hang up the phone. Now I know right now y'all probably wondering, like, what the do this got to do with your parents and you pranking your parents while they in LA and you in Fresno? But here's what it got to do with my parents. So while I'm on the phone, and I'm like, oh my god, they're coming to the car. And I hung up the phone while I'm screaming on the phone like, he's coming to the car. And I hung up the phone. So imagine you on the phone with your little sibling, and they say that, and they out there by themselves, and they hear somebody coming up to the car, and they see somebody coming up to the car. How would you be? Okay. And he got somebody next to him egging him on, like, you need to do this. Like, you need to protect her. That's your little sister. Something can happen to her. You need to do this. So now me, little old me, got this big old head, and I wasn't even thinking about, all right, maybe I did go too far. And I wasn't thinking at the fact that when you're at the beach, the service is horrible. Oh my god. Honestly, if the beach had better service, I could have been pranking my parents this whole time I'm in Fresno. But anyways, so my brother hangs up, and my other brother is on three-way, like I said. And so he unmutes his phone, and he like, bruh, call him back, he about to call mama and daddy. I'm like, why you think he about to call mama and daddy? He said, bruh, you went too far. Like, Julie was in the background telling him to call mama and daddy. And I'm like, oh my. So I call him, I'm trying to call him back, but like I said, the reception at the beach is up, so the call is not going through. And I'm like, oh my god. I told my boyfriend, I told my brother, I'm like, bruh, try to call him at the same time. While I'm trying to call my brother, what happened first? Oh, while I'm trying to call my brother, my mom is calling my boyfriend. And so I'm like, fuck. And so he answered the phone like, yes, it was a prank, like she went too far. And he was like, but this time my mom answered the phone though. She go, Brandon, sweetheart. And he said, yes. And then she was like, are you with Ramia? And then, because I think my oldest brother got a hold of my dad and told him that I was just playing. And she was like, are you with Ramia? And he said, yeah, I'm sitting right here in the car with her. And then she was like, let me hear her voice. And then I said, hello, Mom. And she was like, yeah, don't be doing that, Ramia. But it sounds like it was faster, but my brother hung up. Then my other brother unmuted himself and was like, bro, I think he finna call Mom and Daddy. He was like, oh snap, calling back. I really think he calling Mom and Daddy. So we had been calling his phone like over and over and over and over and over, and it wasn't going through. And then finally my oldest brother got in touch with him after my brother had told my parents the story about what he heard and everything that happened. And so then my brother and me got in contact with my brother and was like, we was just playing. So then they called my parents back and was like, she was just playing. And then that's when my mom called my boyfriend. And then he was like, yeah, I'm with her. And then she was like, Ramia, don't do that. Like, you went too far, for real. Like, me and your dad are literally in the car with our shoes in our hand about to come to the beach. And I'm like, I got some real parents. Like, they was ready to ride for me, bruh. They didn't even have their shoes on. They grabbed their shoes and got out the door. Out the gate, was in the car already. And it was quick. It was quick, but it wasn't that quick. But it was like quick, like, damn, they already out the house and locked the door and got dressed and got this. Like, that was quick. Like, because my parents moved slow. Oh my God, they moved slow. But they was in the car ready. And my mom said, me and your dad are in the car with our shoes in our hand. That was way too far. And I said, I know, but I was just supposed to prank Reginald and Renard. I didn't know they was gonna call y'all. And so she was like, what are you doing right now? And I'm like, we at the bonfire still, but like it's kind of over. She's like, all right. She was like, okay, well, what time are you coming home? Now my mom, if y'all know my mom, she's really paranoid. So now that I already got her all worked up and freaked out, she like, I could tell that she wanted me to come home, but she wasn't going to tell me like, come home right now. But like, she was like, what time are you going to be home? And so I'm just like, bro, I'm just gonna go home right now. And I was scared as hell to walk in that house because I'm like, I know they're gonna be sitting on the couch ready to grill me. And so I'm telling my boyfriend like, no, you coming over this house with me. I'm like, you walking in with me? He like, no, drop me off at home before you go home. And I'm like, you walking in the house with me. But yeah, I can't prank my parents anymore because of that, because they were like, you went too far. And I don't think I know where to, like, if I'm in person with them, then they know like I'm not in no danger. But if I'm out here, I don't trust myself that I know when to stop. I don't trust myself that I know when to stop. And if y'all know my parents, y'all know my parents will hop on a flight. Focus, stupid. If y'all know my parents, y'all know my parents will hop on a flight in a heartbeat. So I'm not playing with them no more. I'm done playing with them over text from far away. But when I go back to LA for Thanksgiving break, my parents, y'all see this, I know y'all watching this, be ready, okay? Because I already got a prank that I'm thinking of. I'm not going to say it because my mom liked to watch my videos, but just know it's a prank coming for y'all. But yeah, that's why I can't prank my parents from far away, because I don't know when to stop. And it would be good content, but I'm not about to waste my parents' money like that. And they're going to be halfway to Fresno by the time I get done pranking them. Then wasted either gas or plane ticket. Because if y'all know my parents, they are good for hopping on planes and getting here. So, yeah. So, y'all just be patient. I promise. It's going to be bangers coming when I get to LA. It ain't really much to do in Fresno. That's why I just be doing like reaction videos or like little chill stuff. But when I get to LA, it's going to be litty. Litty like a motherfucking titty. But yeah, that's it. Drop video ideas. I like how y'all text me and DM me like, bro, you should do this, bro, you should do this. So keep them coming, keep them coming, keep them coming. All right, I'm out, Mafia.